Hey everybody, happy Monday. Feliz lunes. Feliz segunda-feira. All right, I hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone had time to spend with their family, friends, loved ones, all that kind of good stuff. I had a good weekend. I did not work out, and that's okay. Spent some time getting some work done around the house. Went to a fun little like arts and crafts festival kind of thing. Usually I pick up shirts from that. This past weekend I picked up a couple of screen prints that the local artist made. Thought they were cool. So anyhow, I always like kind of getting kind of eclectic, fun little things at those places. But anyhow, it is Monday, so that means I'm doing deadlifts. Normally I do deficit deadlifts, but I switched it up a little bit. Talked last week, my shoulder was hurting. It's still hurting. A couple other things are hurting, so kind of recalibrating again. And this is one of the things you have to do when you've been training for a while. You got to work around aches and pains and lingering injuries and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. So I didn't do any deficit work, but I did trap bar deadlifts. In fact, I did 6 sets of 5 at 300. So kind of light. But I really focused on a nice smooth lift, controlled eccentric, fairly smooth concentric. So on the way up, pretty smooth. Way down, nice and slow, nice and easy. A lot of consistency across reps, making sure I'm setting myself up well in between reps, and just taking my time. One of the things I noticed I've been doing is kind of letting the bar go farther down on my hands. So with really aggressive knurling, you can kind of get away with a loose grip on some of these bars, especially something where your hands are opposed. Like if you're doing, mixed grip on a barbell, regular barbell, or like on these trap bars where your hands are again opposing each other, you can kind of get away with a loose grip. But today I really made sure I jammed that barbell down into the crook of my thumb and wrap my fingers around as much as possible. And you're like, what kind of difference does that make? Well, it really helps set my upper back a little bit better. And I think one of the things I've been doing is, again, being a little too slack on the deadlift setup. So the interior of my shoulder was kind of taking it's taking a little bit of a beating it shouldn't have, getting towards the top of the rep. And I know this because there was some reps that it was, not today, but there were some reps in some other weeks, especially when I started to pull a little heavier, where it was really hurting at the top of the set. And I should have taken that as a sign, but I didn't. Well, I am now. So again, took it light today, nice and smooth, and things felt pretty good. And I might do it for a while to see how things go. I did not do Zercher squats either, partly because I didn't have the deficit rig set up, partly because I didn't want to take the handles off to put them back on again, and partly just because I wanted to try something new. And one of the cool things about having some equipment at my disposal is I can try something new or do something I haven't done in a while. I shouldn't say try something new because I've probably done most of it anyhow. But so what I did today was I did some Bosu ball squats with the old kettlebell. I like doing those. A lot of hip flexion, stretching things out. Man, my hips feel a lot better right now. So that was good. That was good for me. It worked up to 28 kilogram kettlebell, so kind of heavy. Again, getting a good bit of hip flexion. And the nice thing I like about the Bosu ball, above and beyond the fact that it really does a nice job of working stability, is that my ankles are old and cranky, so they don't like, I can't get a lot of dorsiflexion. They don't like to tilt up a lot. But with the Bosu ball, I can tilt that axis forward, and so I can get more bend at my knees and my hips by artificially letting my knees go further forward, because my ankles don't have to flex so much, because the Bosu ball's giving me some of that angle for free by letting me tilt forward a little. Kind of like the old school bodybuilders, right? When they used to want to focus on quads, which is true, they'd put, plates under their heels to elevate their heels. And that kind of stuff does work. So anyhow, did that, and things are feeling pretty good. Busy day today. The other thing, if you'll see on the video, I'm working out in my work clothes, right? I've got my work pants on, a t-shirt I wore to work because I was at work for 10.5 hours. And when I came home, I just wanted to get this done. I knew I needed to do it. I feel a lot better after I did it. And I just wanted to get these sets done and punch the clock, get the work I needed to get done on this old body of mine in so I can move on with my day. All right, so that's enough. That's enough for today. I hope all you folks had a great Monday. Sometimes it's tough, but just got to keep putting up the fight. Eventually, we'll move forward. All right, so with that, happy Monday. Feliz lunes. Feliz segunda-feira. Espero que você tenha uma ótima semana pela frente. I hope you have a great week ahead. And don't forget, get into those gyms, hit those goals, and get swole. Peace.